Are we broadcasting? Hey, Tuvies. It's Psychic Bob. It is so awesome to be with you guys. Well, welcome. Welcome to our show tonight. All right, Cola, I got something going on. Everything's running slow. I'm getting delay. Like I'm 2-second delay, like I speak and then it moves. I hope this is going to work. This is where my hands, I just move and then 2 seconds later my hand moves. I don't know what's going on. Hold on. Let me see if I got everything closed. I don't have anything else open. All right. Well, are we broadcasting? Can you guys hear me? Okay. It seems okay. I'm okay. All right. On my side, everything is delayed. So I don't know, but I'll just keep talking. Well, it's so good to be with you. Welcome to Monday night. For those of you who are new here, my name is Psychic Bob, also known as Bob Hickman, and I am a full-time professional astrologer and psychic. And on Monday night, we gather to talk about what is going on in the stars. You're going to see behind us, we got our big Zodiac wheel, and we're going to see what is in the stars. I'm so glad you guys are here. Well, you know, people say to me all the time, Psychic Bob, what do you do on Monday? Isn't it your day off? Why do you do a show? I said, well, you know, I love my Tubies so much. And even on my day off, I have to hang out with them. And for me, astrology is relaxing, you know. Somebody said to me the other day, they said, Psychic Bob, you must have such a glamorous life. And I said, why? They said, well, I heard that on Monday, all you do is just sip tea and hang out with the stars. They said, it must be really cool to be in Beverly Hills and having tea every Monday with stars. I said, well, it's not exactly like what you think. I said, it's true that I sip my tea. I said, but I don't hang out in Beverly Hills with the stars, like the movie stars. I said, I hang out with my astrology charts and I hang with the stars, the cosmos. So that's what I'm talking about when I say on Monday, I hang out with the stars. Oh my gosh, it is so good to be here with you all. Well, thank you for joining us tonight. And hold on just a second. Lamb Chop, what are you doing? Well, come up here. I was looking for Lamb Chop. What do you mean you can't get off the floor? All right, hold on. I got to go help Lamb. Something's going on here. Come over here. Come up. What? Oh my gosh. What have you done now? Oh, get up here. Oh my goodness. Lamb Chop, what have you done? Your neck hurts. Well, it's no wonder. You stole that out of my jewelry box. That is my vintage astrology wheel pendant from the 1960s. Lamb Chop stole another piece of my jewelry here. And it's done hurt his neck. He fell over and couldn't stand up. Lamb Chop, how do you wear this thing? It's as much weighs as much as you. Oh my gosh. Guys, what do you think of Lamb Chop stealing another piece of my jewelry? Lamb Chop, you cannot be doing that. You need to take that off. It's way too heavy for you. You like wearing it? Well, I know, but it's so heavy you couldn't get off the floor. What are we going to do? Lamb Chop's going to wear it. You know, he loves my jewelry box. What can I do? Well, look, Lamb Chop, we got a lot of people here. Look, there's Amy Radcliffe's here. There's Hamster Damsel's here. There's Lady Jane, the Earl Grey Tea Tribe. Christine C's here. There's Amy Radcliffe. Yay, there's Amelia Mattis is here. Lady Jane of the Earl Grey Tea Tribe is here. There's Robin Boston, Christine C. There's Baroness Colabobs. Yay. Baroness is our moderator. Shout out to her. There's Scott from South Carolina. Thank you, Scott. Scott is encouraging everybody to give me thumbs up. Thank you, Scott. Appreciate that. Oh my gosh, it's so good to have all of you here. There's Starborn 10 is here. Yay. There's Robin Boston, Robert Stevens. Gosh, everybody's here, aren't they? Lamb Chop's excited, I know. Well, guys, what do you think about Lamb Chop wearing this giant pendant? I think it's a little too bulky for him, don't you think? Yeah, well, it's true. I'm wearing jewelry today, too. So you want me to show you what I'm wearing? Okay, hold on. This is what I'm wearing today. Mine's a little better sized for my body than yours is for you. This is one of my wonderful vintage astrology. All my stuff's old from the 70s. This is for the 1970s. It's the water bearer. The sign of Aquarius is a guy pouring water. Here's a guy leaping in the air, joyfully smiling and pouring the waters of life. Can you guys see that? There he is. Done in silver. Well, Lamb Chop, maybe we should change pendants because this size would fit you better. No, you want, all right, I'll let you wear it, but you can't, you got to be careful. That's going to hurt your neck. You have a sore neck? A little bit? Yeah. Okay. Well, as long as you're happy, why don't you go over there and sit down? So I got to talk to her because that's awful heavy wearing that big pendant. Lay down and just rest a little bit, okay? All right. Go on. Over there. Yeah, lay down right there. That's good. Yes, so here, let me help. There you go. Okay. Oh my gosh, guys. Well, anyways, I hope I'm still broadcasting. Everything is like getting longer. The delays, like 3-second delays. So I don't know what that's about, but I'm so glad to be here with you guys. Maybe there's a lot of streaming tonight. Well, we are going to talk about astrology, one of my favorite subjects. And I thought we'd just talk about some of the major transits that are starting off our week here. And then we'll give horoscope signs. That's right. So everybody here tonight, you will get a little reading. Now, I always tell people, bring a notepad to this show because you're going to want to remember things about your week, write it down, take some notes. So this is a great show because a lot of people say, Psychic Bob, I can't buy a private reading, but I still need some psychic help. And I said, well, you can always come to our Saturday psychic development class, our inner circle. And sometimes they said, well, I'm working on the weekend. I said, well, then come to the Monday show. They said, really? I said, yeah, Monday show, we give a layout of everything that's going on for the week and how to get through the week. And so when people discover that, life gets a little better. There's Felinda. I am. Hi, Felinda. Good to see you. Welcome. Good to have you here. All right. Scott from South Carolina says, we can't tell that you're delayed. Okay, that's weird because on my end, everything's delayed, but I'm glad it's coming through okay. Amsterdam says, that's Lamb Chop planting a face on the floor. That's what he was, just face down. I said, what are you doing? He said, I can't get up. You see, every time he gets in my jewelry box, you never know. He's been pretty good lately. He hasn't snuck inside my Louis Vuitton or Gucci bags. Sometimes he does that and tries to go places with me. It gets me in all sorts of trouble, Let's talk about what is going on in the stars, okay? I'm so glad you guys are here. Hold on just a sec. I got something I got to deal with here. Okay, hold on just a second. Let me just check on something here. All right, guys, hold on a second. Okay, well, don't worry. It's all good. All right, thank you. Sorry, guys. Sometimes texts come in, business texts I got to take care of. So I do want to talk about the stars. Okay, I want to talk about what is going on. It's a big cosmos. People a lot of times say, Psychic Bob, I don't know if I believe in astrology. I don't understand how some distant planet affects my life. And one of the things I like to emphasize with people is that everything in life and in the cosmos actually is interconnected. Gravity is what holds the whole order of the cosmos together, right? So the energy from one planet affects another. So if gravity affects us, why can't subtle spiritual energies affect us? And that's what astrology is about, that everything emits a frequency or vibration. Think of it this way. If you have trouble believing in astrology, all right, a lot of you wear like sacred jewelry or crystals, right? Why do we wear sacred jewelry? Because we believe that it carries a power, protection, and blessing, makes us feel better, aligns our energy, right? So if wearing a crystal can help your energy be better, all right, think of a planet as a giant crystal. It's just up there beaming down energy. All right, so think about that. Amsterdam will say energy is energy, and that is true. You said it nice, Thank you, Amanda. Amelia. Amelia Mattis says, timing is beautiful. Bless you, reflecting the presence of all here. Thank you. Thank you. Namaste. All right. Well, anyways, I'm so glad you guys are here. And let's talk about what is going on. All right. Now, these, by the way, I need to give the dates for this forecast. This forecast is for the next 7 days and affects everybody here. Okay. If you're listening, this is going to affect you. And this is for the time period of Monday. It's today, the 14th. Yeah, Monday, November the 14th through Sunday, November the 20th. So the Monday through Sunday. I do 7 days. People say, well, why do you do it on Monday? Doesn't the week start on Sunday? Well, yes, technically the new week starts on Sundays, but most people's real week really starts on Monday because of work. So if you're going into work, this week, this gets you started for the week, carries you through the weekend, okay? So the 14th of November through the 20th of November, Monday through Sunday. All right. So what we got going on? Well, we got a lot of really cool, powerful transits. A few weeks ago, things were kind of rough, and I said, we're going to have some challenging times. Well, now we're at a time where things are actually looking up. What do we got going on? Okay, well, we do have one challenging aspect. Oops, I shouldn't lie. We still have that Sun square Saturn. That's going to be with us a few more days. And Sun square Saturn's a challenging aspect because it brings out a sense of harshness or judgment. You may find that people are a little standoffish or a little judgmental, quick to react. So if you say, oh, how do you like my new fluorescent orange sweater, my cardigan? And they'll go, that's not appropriate. They get all full of themselves. So, today and really this week, that Sun square Saturn is going to make people be a little full of themselves, a little judgmental. Take it with a grain of salt. Just ignore it. Don't get wrapped up in it. When Sun square Saturn happens, you can't change people's minds. There's no way you're going to convince old Aunt Sally, okay, that you have a good life. Aunt Sally may go, well, I don't know why you work at that store. I used to work at this other store. It's a better store. And then you get all this hostile stuff. And so don't even try. Just let it be, okay? Sun square Saturn. And for y'all who are very sensitive, also, even though you're very spiritual, check your own self too, because Sun square Saturn is very easy for even spiritual people to get judgmental. And you might be saying, I'm not judgmental, but sometimes those planets and you're really sensitive can affect you a little bit. And so you might find yourself going, well, I don't like that person, And you're like, why did I say that, right? Why did I say? Because we just sometimes get influenced. Now, that doesn't mean the planets are totally dominating and controlling your life. They're not. But that Sun square Saturn puts people a little on edge. Now, that's the worst, okay? I want to start with the bad news because then it can get better, okay? So the good news, all right, you're saying, well, what's the good news, Psychic-Bob? Well, good news is that the planet Mars is trine Saturn, okay? That's going to offset some of that Sun square Saturn. Mars in this is a favorable aspect. It gives breakthrough energy, gives kind of a little more inspiration. It's going to cut down some of that harshness of Saturn. So Mars trine Saturn gives people a little bit of a respite. All right. So don't get too worried. Even though we have Sun square Saturn this week, Mars is trine Saturn, which is going to kind of give some new life into things so we don't get stuck in that frozen place of judgment. Okay. We also have this week Sun trine Neptune. Ooh, I love trines are power aspects. Okay. This is going to open up the inner world. Sun trine Neptune says, pay attention to that inner life, that inner voice. So many of us, and I'm guilty of it too, even though I'm a psychic, we get caught up in this outer world. All right. We're all running around thinking about everything. We get caught up in the outer world. Sun trine Neptune says, slow down a little bit. Listen to your inner voice. How do you really feel? Don't just mouth opinions and parrot people. What is your true voice? Sun trine Neptune allows us that, okay? It also highlights our dreams, all right? So you may start to have vivid dreams with this aspect, and it means that inner life is trying to talk to you. So pay attention to that, okay? Amsterdam says this question, what did Bob say? Sun trine Neptune. Yes, Sun is trine Neptune. Opens up inner wisdom. Pay attention to dreams. Pay attention to inner voice. Okay, I hope you heard that. Sun trine Neptune. Okay. All right, now we also have our moon trine Venus. What's that mean? You're going to start to feel good, a little less pressure on yourself, feeling a little happier. You're also going to feel like you look good. It's going to make you feel a little sexy. Woo! Some of y'all write to me and say, Bob, I feel I've lost my sex appeal. Well, you won't this week because we got the moon trine Venus. And that's going to make you feel good. Let that power work for you. Be open to love. Be open to new beginnings in relationship. Moon trine Venus means you're in the flow. You're feeling it. You're feeling it and you're dealing it. And they're dealing it and feeling it. Ooh, some romance coming here. Okay. Now we also, if that's not good enough, we got more coming. Hang it here. This week our moon is trine Jupiter. Whoo, glory. That means that opens up the inner wealth of knowledge. Moon trine Jupiter is imagination to the max. It is creativity to the max. Go with your inspirations this week. All right. If you are like feeling like I've got this crazy idea, but I somehow feel like it might be successful. Let's say you wake up tomorrow and say, I'm going to make a pretzel factory. I'm going to start making my own design of pretzels, buy a pretzel factory and make pretzels. Now your family might go, you is crazy. You're going to make pretzels. What is wrong with you? But that moon trine Jupiter says the craziest ideas, the imagination, the inspiration comes with a lot of power behind it. All right. And all right, if that's not good, it gets better. All right, we got Venus also trine Jupiter. What that means is abundant of great emotion. Now, remember we had the moon trine Venus. We also have Venus trine Jupiter, which means you're going to be in love with life and life is in love with you. It means indulge in sensuality, give yourself luxury, let yourself open your heart to joy. This week, it's really about joy, inspiration, following your dreams, being in tune with that psychic self. I'm telling you, it just keeps getting better because we also have Mercury trine Jupiter. These are all amazing aspects, and we've got this week to really get us all going. All right. This is opening up communications. Mercury trine Jupiter says you can get down and talk about the money. This is great for those of you who are working on job changes. You can now say, show me the money, honey. And your boss will be like, okay, let's do that. Show me the money. Just remember that phrase. If you don't remember what Mercury trine Jupiter is, just remember this is the week where you say, show me the money, honey. And people will go, yeah, okay, we're cool with that. This is a great time for business negotiations, a great time to start businesses. You'll be able to get bank loans. You'll be able to, get people to finance you. You'll be able to get raises. You'll be able to get jobs. This week is Show Me the Money Honey Week, okay? You got that? See, I know it gets confusing and people say, well, I can't remember all those transits are. That's why I take notes. But even if you take notes and you get confused, all you got to remember, all right, I'm going to break it down. This is what all the transits add up to. Listen to your inner voice. Pay attention to your dreams. Let love be part of your journey. Give yourself some luxury and show me the money, honey. How's that? That's a quick summary of this week's transits. All right, you guys with me? So that's all 12 zodiac signs are under those influences. And that's what you got going on. How you feel about that? All right, you guys with me? All right. Tea is good. Are you okay over there, Lamb Chop? He's done fell asleep. I think he got wore out wearing that big pendant today. I really do. All right. There you go. Christine says this. Yes, show me the money and love with my honey. There you go. You're getting it. Now, you guys get the flow. Are you in the flow with Psychic Bob this week? So I'm real excited about this. I think it's a good week, you know. Amy Radcliffe says, better looking, richer, and nicer. Got it. You got it. There you go. Now, see, guys, I want you to remember this show because, this is the good time. Sometimes, the last few weeks we've had some challenging times. And I've told y'all, that wheel of the Zodiac's always spinning. So hang in there. And it is. Well, now we're going to spin around that big wheel. And I'm going to give horoscopes for all 12 Zodiac signs. That's right. So if you're here tonight listening, you're going to get a little reading. All right. Now, if you don't know what Zodiac sign you are, listen up. I'll give the birth dates after I announce the sign. So when you hear the sign where your birthday falls in that range, that is your sign. All right. Everybody cool with that? All right. Lady Jane of the Earl Grey Tea Tribe says, we'll watch it all 7 days of the week and boost the views. Okay. Baroness Kolobob says, Passion Red Week for those with money, honey. But even people who don't have money are going to feel the passion to have the money. So it's good for everybody. All right. I don't know what's going on with the color red, but I'm glad you like that. Amsterdam says, glorified. Woo! Glorified. All right. All right. So let's look at each individual sign, okay? All right. So our first sign on our wheel, spinning around our big Zodiac wheel. By the way, before I get in, I got to ask you guys, did you enjoy the front screen? Baroness Kolobobs has been doing some wonderful design artwork for me to have new front screen logos. So when the video thumbnail and when you're waiting for the show, that screen she designed, I want to give her a shout out and credit. So give thumbs up for her excellent work. Baroness, I really love the new artwork she's been doing for me. And I think they look great. I hope everybody enjoys them too. We got more coming the coming days, so you hang in. There's always something new here. All right. Amsterdam says, Cola, is that your work? Wow, I love it. Yes, she did a great job on that. Lady Jane says, yeah, I think those new screens make all the difference, Bob. They're so eye-catching and professional. I think they look great. Yeah. Amy Radcliffe says, I love those, Cola. And Amelia Mattis says, yes, I do. Thank you, Baroness. You're such a special creative spirit. There you go. All right. Thank you, Baroness. Thank you, guys, for your support for her as well. All right. So we're going to spin around that Zodiac wheel, see what is going on in the stars. All right. By the way, I'm trying to read my notes here. How you like all my chicken scratch? I handwrite everything for this show. All right. So Aries, March 21st through April 19th. All right. Right now, Aries, your sign is passing through the third house. And this is opening up your sense of putting your own house in order. This is a week where Aries may be kind of housebound, focusing on house issues, maybe redecorating, fixing repairs. Be all about your house, okay? You've got your ruling planet of Mars right now also in the house of creativity. It's over in the third house as well, opening up creative endeavors. So Aries, this is about you getting your own home in order, literally your physical house, but also could be your financial house as well. But this is about being a homebody, getting your home together, making your security, okay, being creative. If you're Aries and you've been saying, I want to paint my house fluorescent orange, go ahead and follow that, all right? You can do it however you want to do it, but be all about your house this week, Aries. This week is house attention week for Aries. Focus on home issues. Maybe you want to put in that new security alarm. Maybe that garage door that's broken needs fixed. Whatever it is around your home, I want you to be at home, being at home. And that's where you're going to find your joy and your happiness this week. And you'll have a lot of success. And by the end of the week, you'll be like, wow, I got more done this week than I did in 3 months. That's because the energy is present to do it. And I always say, when the energy is present, then we are successful. All right? So it's all about the house. Get your house in order, Aries. Make it happen. You'll be thankful for it. You'll be ready to go into the winter with a warm, safe, cozy home. All right, there you go. Next sign on our wheel is Taurus. Taurus is April 20th through May 20th. All right, Taurus, this week it's all about the future. Looking at the long range. This week, Taurus, you want to think about where am I going, not just in 2 months, but in 10 years, 20 years, 30 years. This is about focusing on long range goals and establish secure connections. You want to think about your legacy, your business, your life. If you have children, where do you want them to be in 10 years? What do you need to put in place so they have security? Your family has security. That you have goals, a plan for everybody to be the best they can be and to move forward. Maybe it's time for you, Taurus, to start thinking about, that college fund. Maybe it's time for you to think about, what? We need a bigger house so that we can all be more at peace. Whatever your goals in the long term are, start with that this week. All right? Future goals. Maybe your goal is in 10 years you can retire and have your house paid off. All right? Make that your goal. All right? Focus on what's your long term. Don't get caught in the moment. Because the minute you start to think about long term goals, guess what happens? Somebody comes along, gets your head all scattered into the drama of the moment. Don't get caught in the drama of the moment. Taurus, think long term. 5 years, 10 years, 20 years ahead. That's where you want to put your focus, and that's where you'll be really successful this week. All right, there you go. Woo, glorified. All right, Gemini, May 21st through June 20th. All right, Gemini. Woo, this is a good week for Gemini. I'm going to hang out with the Geminis. Because Geminis, this is fun time for you. That's right. You've got Mars ruling in the 5th house in your sign right now. This means it is time to take a break. It is time for recreation. It's time for flirtation and romance. Gemini, you get to be wild, crazy, footloose, and fancy-free this week. So Gemini, don't get bogged down worrying about the work. Don't get bogged down being all serious about everything. No. You need a break, Gemini. And this energy around you guys this week shows just don't worry about nothing. Just be footloose and fancy-free. It's all about just being on the town, being seen, drinking wine, and feeling fine. Now, I'm not encouraging alcoholism, but you know what I mean. That's an expression. Drink some wine and feel fine. All right. Is Sandra D here tonight, Baroness? I haven't seen her. Sandra D here and Denise D, because they probably need to drink some wine this week if they're Geminis. All right. So let that Martian influence in your sign also inspire you. This is a great time for Geminis to think of fun projects. Maybe you've been saying, you know what? I have been wanting to go join a tennis club and have some fun out on the court. Maybe you want to join a golf club. Or maybe you want to go join that antique club and visit antique shops with the group. This week, that's what it's all about. Find your hobbies, find your fun, have fun with your friends, and just kick back. If you can take some vacation days, Gemini, personal days, this is a great week to do it. The alignments for that shows real success. All right. So there you go, Gemini. Of all the Zodiac, you get to goof off. All right. Now, I'm going to tell you, Gemini, don't go distract your Taurus friends because they're all serious on the long-term goals. So don't take them off their distraction. You go out and have your fun. You Tauruses have to be focused. But Gemini gets to goof off. Every week there's at least one sign that gets to goof off while the rest of us have to do the serious work. All right? All right. Next sign on our wheel is Cancer. That's June 21st through July 22nd. All right, Cancers. My Cancers out there, let me hear you. Let me hear you. Let me hear you. All right. Cancer, this is kind of a practical time for you. This is going to be a week of kind of maybe some introspection, some analysis. Now, don't get depressed. It's not bad stuff. But then, the stars this week are pointing towards alignments through the 6th house, which deals with your day-to-day life, your routines. So you want to study your inner life, your daily life. Can you improve how you do things? Maybe you're a Cancer and you say, I don't know why I'm always late to work, at least 3 times a week. Well, maybe this is a time where you get them and say, what am I doing in the morning? What is my routine? Can I adjust it so I'm more efficient, that I'm never late to work? You have less stress, more ease. This reflection is to make your life easier, Cancer, not more stressful. All right. So think about your routines. Maybe you drive a certain way to work, but you've never checked an alternate route and you try the other route, and you get to work half the time. Now you got a great emergency backup. If you're running late to work, you've had a whole new way. This is what it's about for Cancer. Practical solutions to everyday routines and problems. All right. That's kind of cool. How many of us spend time doing that? Well, Cancer, stars are aligned for you to have real success with studying that this week. So I want to really encourage our Cancer babies to study your daily life. How can you improve the little things? Might be just little something small. Maybe you need to go buy a new toaster because you realize that the toaster you have is old and it takes 8 minutes to toast the bread, whereas a new toaster can do it in 2 minutes. You just made 6 minutes off your routine and a shortcut to work, and now you have a lot of free time in the morning. Little things like that really can and do make a difference, okay? So there you go, Cancer. That's what you want to work on. Focus on your daily routine, streamlining processes, and just being efficient. And that, therefore, efficiency brings peace into our lives. So the end result of all that is you get some peace in your day-to-day. How's that, Cancer? You like that? All right, there's your homework. Work out your daily routines. All right, next sign on our wheel is Leo. By the way, I forgot to, like I said it, our moon today is in the sign of Leo, which is fire. So Leos, this is your power day. Leo is July 23rd through August 22nd. Leo, this week, there's a lot of romance energy around Leos. And you really want to, trust how you're feeling. Trust the inner emotion. You've got the moon right now in your sign in the 7th house. And so this is about how do you really feel? Trust what you're feeling. Trust your relationships. Let your heart lead you because, Leos are great outer world people. But take all that outer world power and turn it in and analyze how you feel, Maybe you realize, you've been neglecting somebody in a relationship and you think, you know what, I really do need to spend more time with them. This is a great week to work on that. So feel your way through it. Maybe you, through this introspection, realize that, I do things that upset my mate, my spouse, and I don't mean to. And as you trust your friend, you say, you know what, I'm really feeling this and I need to work on it. That's going to make your relationship better. So this week is all about the inner work for Leos, for love and relationships and getting it right. You can get it right. Don't worry, Leo, if you messed up till now, you're going to get it right this week. And that's going to make you happy. It's going to make your partner happy. Trust your feelings. Maybe you're a Leo and you just started dating somebody and you're kind of nervous. You're like, I don't know if I'm ready for this. Oh my God. Slow down. Feel your heart. You wouldn't have brought somebody into your life if you weren't ready. So let yourself feel emotion. Slow everything down. You're going to be okay. Trust how you're feeling. And you're going to rock it. How's that for you guys this week? Okay. Very good. All right, Virgo. Next sign on our wheel is Virgo. Hello, Virgos. Virgo is August 23rd through September 22nd. All right, Virgos, and this is a great horoscope for Virgos. I love Virgos. They're some of the most practical people I know. They're very efficient at things. Virgo, this week, it's all about focusing on your personal economy, how to improve your budget. It's all about this week. Virgo, you're the person, saying earlier, show me the money, honey. Well, guess what? People show Virgo the money. They're going to be like, okay, we're going to allocate this to this, this to this, then we'll pay down this debt. We'll get that done. Virgos are the go-to people. If you get shown the money and you don't know what to do, call up your Virgo friends. Say, how do I manage this money? Virgo, this week it's all about managing the finance. It's mostly for Virgos to focus on their own finance. Get your own financial house in order, Virgos. Think about where you're spending money, how you're spending it. Could you save more? Are you efficient with money? Are you a spendthrift? Are you blowing money too rapidly? So just this week, Virgo, give yourself some time to evaluate your finance. All the stars are aligning to help you be efficient in money and to get financially ahead. So if you've been feeling a little behind, Virgo, now it's the time to look at how you're handling money. It's not so much just about job. It's not like, okay, I have to go get a job that pays more. That may be part of it. But even before you get there, it's about where are you at the moment? How can you handle money today? Hopefully you'll get more money in the next few weeks if you want to do a job change. But even if that doesn't happen, how do you manage your money today? And I think with Virgos, they're going to see a real streamlined way to manage money this week and be successful with that. And if you're somebody who has money struggles, seriously, you might want to sit down with a Virgo and ask them to help you look at your budget because they're just going to see things very clearly. That is true. Lady Jane of the Earl Grey Tea Tribe says, spend time with Rose. And she says, stop spending. No, for Virgos, Lady Jane, it's not so much about stopping spending. It's about how to manage it so you're not overspending. It doesn't mean you have to give up anything necessarily. It doesn't mean you have to stop going to Starbucks. But maybe it's like go to Starbucks twice a week instead of 4 times a week and brew your own coffee 2 days. And you'll start to save just a little extra. You get more time in the morning. Think about how you're handling money. I know people who build into their daily finances, like they have one luxury they will not give up. Like, for example, if you love Starbucks, you can have that every day of the week, right? But you may have to cut out something else. So be practical with money and make it go the way you need it to go. I used to know people. I worked for this job years ago when I was in college. I did construction work. And I knew this one guy used to come into our office he'd get paid on a Friday. And by Monday, he'd be going around the job site asking to borrow money off people. And I used to say to him, he came to me one time and said, can I borrow $20 till I get paid next week? And I said, where'd you remember? We just got paid on Friday. It's only Monday. Well, yeah, but I went out with the boys. I got a little wild. This guy would go out, get drunk, blow money. He was out gambling and being wasteful and blowing money. He'd blow his whole paycheck and then wouldn't be able to pay his rent. See, I don't think Virgos are like that. But if you're a Virgo and you're challenged right now, there are ways to get around it. I hope that answers that. All right, does that make sense? All right, there you go. By the way, I never lent that guy any money because I loaned him $20 once and I never got it back. But that's all right. God bless him. All right, next side of our wheel is Libra. Libra, the scales of balance. All right. You know what? We haven't sung our song today, our Zodiac wheel song. Let's do that. The wheel of the Zodiac goes round and round, round and round, round and round. Wheel of the Zodiac goes round and round all the livelong day. It's my day off. I get to be a little crazy today. All right, there we go. I had to do it. I hope I haven't made too many people run screaming from the channel. Oh my gosh. All right. Libra, September 23rd through October 22nd. Libra, you get to be a little crazy this week. The universe is giving you the permission to take chances and be adventurous. You want to break away from routines this week. Right now, your sign is transiting the 9th house, which is also about travel and learning. And so you want to kind of build some adventure into your life this week, Libra. Don't be reckless, but maybe you've been thinking, gee, I always wondered, about this certain part of history. Instead of just reading about, why don't you get in your car and drive to the historical location if you can and see it up close. Maybe, like where I live, there's a lot of Civil War battlefields in my area. And if I was a Libra, instead of just reading about it online, I'd actually get in my car, go to the battlefield, and learn the history from the historians and see the sites. Bring life into your adventures. Whatever you're exploring right now, Libra, make it educational. Learn from it and involve yourself directly with it. So break routines. How many of us just get in our car and go to a museum or go to a historic site? That's really what it's about for Libras. It's about breaking your routines to learn something new, to have a new adventure, something you never did before, and have fun with it. So Libras, you get to go out into the world and have an adventure this week. So if you're a Libra and you're sitting there going, well, say, Bob, I don't got no time. I got to work. I don't know what you're talking about. I don't care. You can find it. Maybe after work, you may have to work all day and can't take off. So after work, you make it a goal. Plan it ahead. So today it's Monday. So you could say, well, this Wednesday, I've been wanting to learn about art. And Wednesday after work, I'm going to go to the art gallery. And I'm going to take a tour of my local art museum and gallery and learn about art. I'm going to actually go see Van Goghs and Monets and Picassos in real life. I'm not going to just read about them. I'm going to go see them, see the brush. Where I live, I'm lucky, talking about art. I actually live somewhere near the National Gallery, which is a very famous museum. And to this day, you can walk right up to the paintings like this close and look at the brush strokes of the famous artists. You can see their techniques in action. They don't put it behind glass. I'm so thankful for that privilege. So I'm not saying you have to do art this week, Libra, but whatever you do, make it come to life. Okay? Are you guys with me? You got your homework cut out for you. All right, there you go. All right. Next on our wheel is Scorpio, October 23rd through November 21st. Ooh, this is a really great week. By the way, happy birthday to our Scorpios. Our sun, I forgot to say earlier, is in the sign of Scorpio right now. October 23rd through November 21st. All right. Scorpio, right now you've got some power aspects in your sun. You've got Mercury trine Jupiter and Mercury trine Neptune. And all of this is falling in the 10th house, which focuses on career advancement. Mercury trine Jupiter means this is where we talked about earlier. Show me the money, honey. You've got great negotiating power this week, Scorpio, to get ahead, to make the money come in, to close the deal, to secure your finances. You also have Mercury trine Neptune, which says trust that inner voice. You get a voice telling you, go talk to the boss today. Don't wait till tomorrow. Trust that. Mercury trine Neptune says you're talking to your inner higher self. Hold on, I'm losing my voice here. All right. Trust your inner higher self and show me the money, honey. You got career advancement. This week, Scorpio, it's about getting ahead. Getting ahead, not ambitious so that you're hurting people. We're not talking about being so reckless and ambitious that you walk over with, but use your inner power. When you use the inner power and you're aligned with spirit and aligned with the cosmos, you're sure to succeed. Scorpio, you can go get the money. If you're an unemployed Scorpio, I'd go get the money. Really put yourself out there. Do interviews, do resumes, push yourself into the world this week, Scorpio, because you're going to get the money. I think of all the signs, you're the ones who have the greatest wealth factors this week. So I'm going to go hang out with Scorpio because they got the money. Once I get the money, then I'm going to go hang out with my Virgo friends who help me organize my budget. All right. That's my plan this week. All right. So there you go, Scorpio. Go get the money. Show me the money, honey. All right. Next sign on our wheel is Sagittarius, November 22nd through December 21st. All right. Sagittarius, this week, Sagittarius are, let me just back up a bit. Sagittarius is one of the kind of leadership signs. It's a fire sign in the zodiac. And they like to be leaders and go it on their own a lot of times. But this week, your sign is falling in the 11th house, which is about group efforts. And so your success this week, Sagittarius, comes from uniting with others, building groups. It's group teamwork that makes success. So don't just go it on your own because you'll end up having to come back and ask for help anyways. Start with your group, build your team, build your alliances, and then success comes. Sagittarius, as I said, sometimes they're like the lone spirits. They like to be on their own, hunting and gathering and making their own success. But you're not going to do it on your own this week. This week for you, Sag, it's really all about the team. Let other people share in your success, and you will make it big time. All right? If you're a Sagittarius and your boss has tasked you with a hard task, get expert help. Say, let's build a team and give your team credit. Success will be yours, but that's the secret this week. All right? Team effort. There you go, Sag. You got your homework cut out for you. All right. Next sign on our wheel is Capricorn. That's Nicola's sign. We call her El Caprio. All right, El Caprio, this is for you and for all our Capricorns. All right, Capricorn is December 22nd through January 19th. You know, this is really nice. You've got Mercury sextile the ascendant right now. That gives you great communications power. And it means that you're bringing your best self to a situation. So this is a week, Capricorn, where you want to focus on putting your best self forward, speak your truth. People will hear you. You bring to situations a positivity that is the key. So try to go into everything with a positive focus. And it shows like getting to the truth. If you've got a situation that's on delay, all right, bring your pressure to bear. Say, we got to change this. Let me tell you why. Here's my perspective. And I think we can accomplish it. Don't just dump on people this week, Capricorn. Not that you're going to do that. But you want to kind of look at it with, how can I bring a positive solution? Because the people that will help you are looking to hear your insight. And if you trust your insight and put your insight into it, then things move forward. And you've been a major leader in helping things get resolved. Okay. So I think this week it's all about, communication, positive resolve, bringing your best ideas forward, sharing that in a constructive and positive way. And then you're going to rock it. Okay. So there you go, Capricorn. That's your work. Get out, make it happen. Bring your positive view, and you're going to make it. All right. Yay. El Caprio. All right. Next sign on our wheel is Aquarius. All right. That's January 20th through February 18th. Okay, Aquarius, this week, you're going to have to slow it down a little bit. Let me tell you, you've got to be very careful of going to extremes in behavior, emotion, extremes of any type. You right now have Saturn square Uranus, which brings in a volatile mix for Aquarians right now. Both are ruling planets, but they're in a negative aspect, which may make Aquarians feel a little erratic. Aquarius, this week, don't jump into action. You've got all of this going on in the first house, which means that if you bring that erratic energy in, it gets seen by everybody. And you don't want the outer world to think you've lost your marbles. So Aquarius, your success right now is through slowing down, being observant, be slow to act and slow to react. Because Saturn square Uranus means you could just go off the deep end and act like an insane person. And in the first house, that means everybody in the public sees that. And then they're going, that Aquarius person is so darn crazy. So guess what? If life throws you Aquarius as kind of erratic stuff this week, stand back and say, let's look at that. Let's just slow down. Let's look at that. And guess what? You'll get through it. Now, this is not a doom and gloom prophecy that all Aquariuses are going to have a bad week of terrible, tragic craziness. No. It means that you could react to things in an overly dramatic way, but you don't have to. See, astrology gives us foreknowledge, so we're forearmed. Forewarned is forearmed, as they say. So this week we know, okay, there are going to be some crazy people. They're going to try to press our buttons, try to slow us up, make everything go a little wonky. So we just go sit back and say, okay, well, when things settle down, I'll deal with you. I'm not going to buy in. So you Aquarians, stay out of the mix. Don't buy into the drama. All right. As Chris says, we are a little crazy. Yes, we all are a little crazy. Yes, Aquarius can be a little crazy. We're eccentric. We've been accused of being eccentric. There might be some truth to that. But the universe around us is throwing some eccentric curveballs this week. So we Aquarians going to have to just chill and be detached. You know, the Buddha said, do not be attached to the things of this world. And he was right. So we're going to be like the Buddha this week. Aquarians, be like the Buddha. Be observant, be wise, be slow to react. And then guess what? You won't have any drama. People say, well, Bob, that sounds like scary aspects, scary transits. What do I do? I'm giving you the advice right now. Just let it happen. Just slip back. Watch the craziness going around you. Don't be part of it. And guess what? It'll all pass because everything changes. And you're not caught up in it. All right, you Aquarians listening, this is important. All right. All right, there we go. All right. Now, you know, I got to tell you, Baroness Colabobs accused me today of rigging the Aquarius horoscopes. She said, you always make it happy for Aquarius, so you never have a bad horoscope. I said, no, I don't. I really report what the stars show. And this is what it shows. Saturn is square Uranus in our first house. Our signs in the first house was all about public image, public visibility, your outer face to the world. So guess what? If I could make a happy horoscope, it certainly wouldn't be this. So, Cola, I'm not rigging it to be happy for Aquariuses. Everybody gets a fair horoscope. It is what it is. All right, there we go. All right, next side on our wheel is Pisces. That's February 19th through March 20th. Oh, Pisces, you're one of my favorite horoscopes this week. Yours is one of the most interesting of all of them. This week, Pisces, all of your alignments show that the focus for Pisces this week is about being glamorous. It's all about glamour, mystery, and intrigue. These are the focuses. You want to, Pisces, play on your mystery. Keep people guessing what you really think or who you really are. Be kind of like the movie stars, glamorous and yet elusive and mysterious. This is the power, Pisces, that is making you a hit. If you want to succeed in work, don't go tell everybody everything. Be a little secretive. Hold back. Dress in fine clothing. People say, wow, that Pisces person, they're so glamorous, a little mysterious. Well, I'm very intrigued. All right, that's your power. You got to work that this week, Pisces. All right, glamour and mystery and fun. That is your key. All right. So Pisces, you get to have some fun. Amsterdam, she's a Pisces, says, I'm going to buy a wig. All right, there you go. Buy a mystical wig. Look glamorous, Hollywood. You know. Starborn 10 says, I'd love a wig. All right. Christine says, work it, girl. Work it. All right, there you go. So you Pisces, you get to be our movie stars this week. Usually our Leos are our movie stars. You know, a lot of celebrities are Leos. But Pisces, you're the movie star this week. And I think that's really exciting. So it's all about glamour. It's all about mystery. It's all about intrigue. That's what you got to focus on. Ask yourself, Pisces, before you go out of the home, do I look my best? This is not a week for Pisces just to put on an old sweatshirt and ragged jeans. No. That won't work. You want to put on your best. You don't have to spend a lot of money, Pisces, but you can make great glamour very simply. You know, my cousin was the Duchess of Windsor. Yes, she really was my cousin. Look her up if you don't know who she is. Wallace Simpson from Baltimore. My family actually knew her. I didn't know her. This is a whole story itself, but I did find out about her. But she was very successful being mysterious and glamorous. And I think that, you know, you could do well to learn and study her way this week. All right. So Pisces, have fun with it. As I said, it's not a week to wear all ragged sweatshirt and torn jeans. Every day, dress your finest, okay? Put on your Christian Dior. You don't have Christian Dior, put on simple black. You know, I don't spend a lot of money on clothes. I just wear simple charcoal grays and black. Very simple, but I think it looks nice. I hope it looks nice. Anyways, little simple jewelry, very simple. Simple is elegant. So as I said, Pisces, you don't have to spend a lot of money to be glamorous. Be creative with that glamour. Maybe you want to go out and buy a headscarf and wear a dramatic silk headscarf this week. That would be fun, like a headband or headscarf. Maybe an exotic piece of jewelry. Give yourself a little luxury. It's part of glamour. Be a Hollywood star this week, Pisces. There you go. Oh my gosh, he spun around our big Zodiac wheel, guys. Wasn't that fun? Did you guys enjoy that? We got to sing our song again. The wheel of the Zodiac goes round and round, round and round, round and round. Wheel of the Zodiac spins round and round all the livelong day. Wheel of the Zodiac spins round and round, round and round, round and round. Wheel of the Zodiac spins round and round all the livelong day. Oh, what? Hold on. Lamb Chop needs some help getting up. Get up here. Oh my God. You're still wearing that necklace. Oh my gosh. All right. I'll help you. Oh my goodness gracious. You won't take that off, will you? No, you really want to wear it. You really feel like astrology is your thing today. Okay, well, as long as you're in the spirit, I think you do better to get a little smaller pendant. I'm going to work on finding you something else, okay? Maybe I can get you an Aries pendant. Okay. Oh, you want some tea now that you woke up? Okay, hold on. You want some tea? There you go. All right. Very good. All right, guys. Well, did any of you want to ask any astrology questions? No, it's my day off, so I'm not doing psychic readings. I'm taking a break from channeling. But if you have any astrology stuff you want to know about, just let me know. If I can't answer, we'll find out. Next week we'll answer. As I said, there's always something new to learn in astrology. Nobody ever knows it all. But it's one of my joys and hobbies in life, and I love it. Starlight Worker loves lamb chop. How do you like his jewelry? I told him not to wear it. It's hurt his neck. He fell over on the floor. Fate did a face plant. There's Amsterdam, so has an astrology question. All right, Amsterdam, so go ahead. Okay. Starborn 10 says, this is wonderful. Thank you, Starborn. I'm glad you're having fun with us tonight. Yeah, I want to echo Baroness's sentiments. Thank you, everyone, for being here tonight. Thank you, Amelia. Amelia Mattis says, wonderful. Thank you, Bob. Scott from South Carolina says, I read that stars give off radio waves. Are they an influence as well? I think so. I think everything in the cosmos gives off a frequency that affects us. And Scott, we may find in time, it hasn't been proven yet, but maybe it's those radio waves that give the stars their true power. Maybe astrologers who see patterns and movements and the influence that is felt during those movements, maybe it's connected to radio waves. So could it be an influence? I think so. Yes. Amsterdam still says, thank you, Scott, for your question. I hope that helps. Amsterdam still asks, will that affect the constellations' astral power? I'm not sure what you're asking. You're talking about the radio waves, or are you talking about, let me see. Well, what I can tell you, Amsterdam, so is that everything is connected. And I think as we get further along, we're going to start to see how energy is influenced. I think that, the astral plane, well, let me put it this way. The spirit people always say that the astral plane, the etheric plane, is so interconnected with the earth plane that the two blend together at times and places. And in terms of Scott talking about the radio waves, I think we're going to find out that everything has an influence eventually. So probably so. All right. Thank you. Baroness Kolobob says, oh, no, we're not answering that. Oh, my God. All right. Next question. All right. Amy Radcliffe says, Bob, are you going to take your own advice for Aquarius and slow down? We all want to know. I will. I'm going to take a little break soon. And I just got to get through a few more things this next few weeks. And then we'll have a break here. All right. Slam. Got you, babes. Cola Bears, Colbot's picking on me. She's been picking on me all day today. Lamb chop's taken up for me, Baroness. All right. Well, Amy, I think this star, I would be a bad astrologer if I didn't listen to the stars. So we're working on that. Today's my day off, and I've been pretty good about resting today. Baroness Kolobob knows, Scott from South Carolina asks, are you going to feast like a lord for Thanksgiving? No, this year I'm going to actually keep it light. But at Christmas, I'm going to feast. I'll tell you more about that as we get closer to that. Starlight Worker says, I love that pendant. This pendant star is a vintage 1960s. It's, I forget the designer. Alfred Napier. It's Alfred Napier. He was a famous jewelry designer. This is a valuable piece. This was a gift from one of my viewers and friends. Danny from Texas gave this to me as a birthday gift a few years ago. I just love it. I've been wanting one like this for years, and I never told him. He just said he was out shopping and got inspired, saw it at an antique store, and he said, PsychicBob has to have it. Now Lamb Chop's trying to steal it from him. It's an Alan Napier. If you're interested in looking that up, Alan Napier. Napier. All right. Amelia Mattis says, is this a good week for Leos to be productive creatively? I have a large project of writing due Sunday, been emotional recently. Well, let me put it this way. You've got the moon in your 7th house, which is more relationship focused. But whenever we've got the moon in our sign, the moon is in Leo, that does give you extra power to accomplish whatever you want. So I think it is a good week to focus on that creativity. Okay. But the emotionalities, because the moon is transiting, and you've got your sign is in the 7th house now, which deals with relationships and all of that. So it may be a bit of mixed emotion through the process, but you definitely are in a power place. So I would say go for it. Okay. Yeah. Lady Jane of the Earl Grey Tea Tribe says, can we have a show on gemstones, colors, and sun signs at some point? I think that would be wonderful. Yes, we will talk about astrological gemstones and how they correspond to sun signs. I think that would be a great show. Yeah, we will definitely do that. Okay, maybe next week we can talk about that. All right. Lady Jane of the Earl Grey Tree Tribe also writes, she says, love me some Napier. It's my favorite. Oh, so you know Alan Napier? I think it's Alan Napier. Does the jewelry. Anyways, his work is amazing. I do love it. What's amazing is I saw this pendant. I thought, what a beautiful pendant. And then when I found it was a Napier, I was like, oh my God. So it was really nice of him. It was a generous gift from Danny. Amsterdam says she's excited about a show on astrological gems and colors. I think so. Melinda Tornay says, does the constellations have anything to do with astrology? It's more focused on the planets and the individual alignments of the stars. So like the planets are aligned in certain houses of the zodiac. The constellations may pass through them, but it doesn't necessarily impact them as way as the planets do. When we talk about the stars, it's more the alignment of the planets than individual stars. But there are a lot of astrologers who also study the asteroids as well. I don't do a lot with the asteroids. This is my personal belief. They're not as powerful as people say. But, the constellations are a factor because I think constellations point to truths and signs. And it's the constellations that create the houses of the zodiac because each zodiac sign is a constellation. There's a constellation of Aquarius, there is a constellation of Libra, and it's the movement of those within the zodiac wheel. So, yes, it does affect it, but not every constellation is charted or affects it. So, like the constellation of Orion doesn't really factor into astrology, but the constellation of Cancer or the constellation of Gemini does. So, yes, the 12 signs are 12 constellations that are tracked and studied. Does that make that clear? It's a good question. I'm not sure I answered it the best. All right. I hope that helps a little bit. All right. Hey, there's Zenray Q. Hey, Zenray. Says much love, hearts. Hearts to you, Zenray. Thank you for being here. Lady Jane of the Earl Grey Tea Tribe says, the moon, isn't that the inner self? I like how one feels rather than what one does. Like how one feels. Yes, the moon rules our inner self. It's not always outer world, but it can blend into energy that carries us into the outer world. But it's about how you feel, how you perceive things interiorly, All right. Amelia Mattis says, sun signs and gems. Lovely. Yeah, we'll do a show on that. Amsterdam says, well, that answers my question. Yay. I hope I did. Thank you so much. You're welcome. Thank you guys. A lot of you saying thank you. Thank you, Psychic Bob. Thank you, Melinda, for being here. You guys rock. Well, listen, it's time for Psychic Bob to have dinner and a break and Netflix and chill with Baroness. It's been a long day. I'm a little tired. It's my day off. I got to rest. So thank you very, very much for being here. You guys rock. I love you. Baroness asks, Bob, is the moon flat as some people claim it's flat? No, the moon is not flat. Don't believe that. That's a lie. Whoever's telling you that, there are people saying there are holes in the sun and the moon and planets. And listen, planets have been in place for thousands of years. They're not going anywhere. And they're all real. It's not illusory. It's not flat. So don't believe that. All right. Well, guys, listen, I've had so much fun. Lamb Chop, I'm worried about him hurting his neck, but we'll get this off of him before he goes to bed. But thank you for being here. You guys rock. Listen, be here tomorrow, 12 o'clock noon. We're going to do a live stream event, 12 Eastern, 11 Central, 10 a.m. Mountain, 9 a.m. Pacific. It's going to be live messages from the spirit world. We do live psychic readings. If you're here, if you're in Europe, it's 5 p.m. London time, 6 p.m. Paris time. So I hope that you will join us tomorrow for live psychic messages. We're going to open the channel, see what the spirit people have. So don't miss it. We'll see you guys tomorrow. Psychic Bob loves you. Thank you for being here for Astrology Night. I've had so much fun with you, and I hope you've had fun too. And we'll see you back here tomorrow for live messages from the spirit world. Oh, one more thing I forgot to say. And I say this every week, if you're at a time of struggle in your life, never give in to despair. Don't give in to despair. Just pause and look to the stars. That zodiac wheel is always in motion. Every day it spins and brings new alignments for new power into our lives. So keep a little faith, a little hope in your heart. Keep some love in your life. Let the stars be your friends and guides on the way, and you're sure to have success. Thanks for being here. Psychic Bob loves you all. Blessed be, and good night.